Welcome back to London Beautiful Life, and today we're at the Emerald Storm press night at the Emerald Theatre in Embankment. How, for people that want to get into theatre and want to start their own show, where do you start? I know it's a very, very broad question, but I don't even know where I would start if I was given that opportunity.
I mean, for us, it started as, you sort of had an idea for the show anyway, and had a kind of go.
The Emerald Storm was created many years ago. It was different to what it is now. And then about 4 years ago, myself and Adam got together and we were like, okay, how can we evolve the show already? And there was a lot of at the table talking, ideas, throwing ideas around.
It's a conversation. That's how it starts. It starts with a conversation of how can we, do you want to collaborate? What can we do?
How
what do you think?
can we mash the two together
and
it actually work, and it's all a learning curve.
It is.
We learn constantly.
And the amount it changed and warped and that's, that's all just, that's amazing because you never really know. You can have the best idea and be like, this is how it's going to end up, but ultimately it will become whatever it is.
And until you actually see it with people doing what you're asking them to do, and you sit back and look and go, that actually works. You don't know, because it is a bit of a new idea, really, isn't it? Because the Irish it's not traditional Irish. It's a bit of a ripped up version of that anyway, and then the tap's very funky, so it's been fun.
Yeah, it's definitely not traditional.
No.
What surprises can we expect from this show, without giving too much away, obviously?
There's more to it than just Irish and tap.
Yeah.
Look, we got Tom Ball singing.
Phenomenal.
And that's worth the price of admission itself.
There's some fun elements to it.
Yeah, I think there'll be some really unexpected bits, some comedy, some levity, definitely some showmanship.
Absolutely. It's just a real fun show and you'll be entertained, definitely.
What was it like working with Tom? Actually, I worked with Tom on Britain's Got Talent. Did you guys watch him on the show? See any of his clips?
Go on, sorry, Don.
Oh, I did. I
think I was out of the country actually when he was on there, but I did recognise the picture of him, and I was like, okay, yeah. But he is gorgeous guy to work with. What a gent.
Yeah, he's a really
brilliant,
just modest, humble, and then he opens his mouth, and you're like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about you. Sorry, Mike. Yes, Mike, we're talking about you.
And then also, a lot of people are very excited to see you, Adam. When it came to Coyote Ugly, what was it like working on that? This is such an iconic film. They now turned it into bars. We've got to ask, what was it like?
All those years ago, 25 years ago now.
25 years or 25 days ago?
25 something. Look, it's one of those things where you don't know what it's going to be when you make it. And with films, of course, you make them, and then it's probably like a good 6 months, sometimes a year before they come out. I think it was 9 months. And I was actually wrapping another project, and it came out, and we were like, oh, this is good. And then, you never know how it's going to be received, and luckily it was received wonderfully.
You've been to the bars? The ugly bars?
None. What do you mean?
Adam Garcia, what is he like?
Oh, just the nicest man. It's been a real honour to get to know Adam over the last week, and to work with Adam in a really creative, wonderful way. An absolute legend in the world of theatre. So,
and also Coyote Ugly.
Everything. Just Adam.
Also, since I last saw you become a dad, how's that been?
I absolutely adore her. It was a really long and well-documented, difficult road with the IVF journey that we've been on, and now I've got her. I couldn't be happier. She's not sleeping, but that's okay.
So actually, my friend, went through the IVF as well. What for first-time people that are going through IVF, what advice would you give them?
So it's a really hard process, not just from the actual labour of doing it, but it's the emotional, mental side of it. And the only thing that got me and Hannah through it was the support network that we had through parents, friends, be open, talk about it with your friends, talk about it with people, join online forums, and know that you are not alone. Because it is so common, but people just don't know about it.
And also, what's it like being a first-time dad?
Oh, it's a privilege of a lifetime. Adeline, my little baby girl, she can do no wrong. She has me wrapped, but she's amazing. I love her so much.
And then also, when it comes, think back to 3 years ago when you were on Britain's Got Talent. Could you ever imagine yourself being here today?
It's something I've always dreamed about. Always dreamed about being on the West End. And then Britain's Got Talent happened, and Simon, like I said, in that final, I think it was, said, one day you will be on West End and Broadway, and tonight I get to make that dream come true. So I'm so excited. And this is only the beginning. It's only the start, hopefully. We're going to continue on. More opportunities, more West Ends, more shows, singles, albums. It's been an incredible last 3 years. And BGT, it's where it all started.
So for people that want to go on that show, what advice would you give them?
Say that one more.
I know that was a bit of a honk then, but for people that want to go on Britain's Got Talent, what advice would you give them? And like support would you offer, like would you say for offering, if that makes sense?
Oh, it's a great question, a difficult question. If you're considering doing Britain's Got Talent, practice. Hone your craft as best you can before that first audition. Give yourself the best possible chance of shining and letting the producers, Simon, the judges, let them see how talented and amazing you are, because you get that one chance, that 3 minutes, and you're off. So make sure you're prepared, confident and ready.
And then lastly, what else can we expect from you in the future?
Oh, there's lots happening over this next year. We're making some big announcements soon. We've just released a single with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, recorded at Abbey Road Studios, which was absolutely incredible, went to #1 in the classical charts. So we're riding that train at the moment, but we'll be releasing some more music before the end of the year as well. So I'm really excited by that. Watch out, it's songs from stage and screen, so it's perfectly apt for this evening.
So I do have to ask you about Love Island. Oh God, here we go. How was it?
It was crazy, whirlwind, but the most fun I've ever had in my life. Yeah.
What would you say were the highs and lows on being on a show like that?
Highs was definitely coming back and seeing Connor's face when I was sat there. That was brilliant. That was a picture. Many little bits that were lows, but they were always overpowered by the highs. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to be in arguments all the time, but it happens. But they blow over so quick in there.
If you could change anything from the series just gone, what would it have been when it came to you and your storyline?
I would have liked to not been dumped when I was. Yeah.
What was My Jammer like as well?
Oh my God, she is like a walking supermodel. She is insane. She's so funny, so down to earth and so funny. She's just so normal, but obviously whenever she came in the room, my jaw was on the floor. But yeah, such a nice girl.
So since coming out off the villa, how has your life changed? Has people come out of the woodwork, now want to be your best friend, or is it weird?
Yeah, it's weird. You get many attacks and you're like, oh, I remember you from 18 years ago. But you go in being your normal self, and then you come out still feeling like your normal self, but the whole world around you has changed. It's crazy. But it's so fun. I'm enjoying it. This is stuff like this is just so fun to do.
Also, do you guys all stay in touch, all the Islanders, or is there any rifts, and does it get awkward when you bump into them at events?
No, I'm quite on civil terms with everyone. I keep in touch with a lot of people. My phone's always hopping. But yeah, we've got a big group chat with everyone in and stuff like that, silly things like that, to be oh, who's going to this? So yeah.
And also, when it comes to being in the villa, were you expecting it how it was? Does that make sense? So when you were in there, was it the same as what you thought it would be like on TV?
No, when I went, I felt like I was in a dollhouse. When I went in, the villa was so much smaller than what it looks like on telly. So I was like, oh my God, you can hear everything around the garden and all. It's insane. It took a day or two to actually settle in and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing now. But yeah, you get used to it quite quick. You've no choice.
Did you watch it back? Did you watch yourself back?
I watched some of it back. When I first got dumped, I watched a couple of those episodes back, and I was like, this is crazy. But I haven't watched the most recent stuff back, which I would like to do, because that was really cutesy. So
you guys just had the reunion. Was it in Shoreditch?
Yeah, Shoreditch.
What was that like?
That was good. They were so nice, because all the brands that worked at Love Island and stuff and like made the show what it was. There was like so many people that worked with those brands that were there. So you got to speak to like people that work behind the scenes. They're like, oh, I did this. So it was like nice to do that as well as see everyone else, of course. Like.
So guys, I've got to ask about Love Island. What was it like?
I would say roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was
Whirlwind.
crazy. Yeah.
What would you say the highs and lows of being on a show like that?
Making friendships.
I think, the girls, like the friendships I've come away with from the girls, that's been the best bit.
And also, how heavily, people say, oh, it's very produced, but how much would you say is produced, and how much would you say, like, you get free will in there, don't you?
You do get free will in there, but it just depends on how far. Yeah, but yeah.
No comment.
What would you say, if you could go back on the show again to redo it, what would you change from when you were on the show this year?
You know what? I think I'd speak my mind even more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold back. Yeah.
What would I change? Probably going after the wrong men. So, 100%, I'll probably change my type.
Are you guys still in touch with the Islanders?
Some of them.
Here, aren't we?
Yeah.
You guys?
Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
Some of them, not all.
Does it get awkward if you bump into them at events or anything?
Honestly, no. I don't find it awkward. I don't know if they do, but I definitely
I don't.
don't. I don't have any beef with anyone.
Yeah.
What was My Jammer like? I hear it might be her last one.
Jammer, she's, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And also, if you could do an All Stars, would you guys do an All Stars? If they ask you back.
If I'm still single, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be single still, so yeah, I'd love to be there.
Who would you have put in if you could choose your ideal Islander? And it could be anyone. It could be like Brad Pitt or anyone. Who would have loved to have in that villa with you guys?
Maybe Theo James. Yeah.
I do not know. I have no.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
Also, how's life changed since you guys have come out of the island? Have you noticed people coming out of woodworks, or what's it like having attention on you guys?
It's crazy. I feel like a lot of people from the past has come back, and I don't know if it's like, it's a weird one.
It is a whole new world, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
And if there was anything you could get, like, work-wise, where do you guys want to take it from coming out?
Speaking about this yesterday, we actually don't know. I probably want to get into like beauty and modelling, so that's the niche I want to go into.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just taking each day as it comes.
I feel like a podcast or presenting.
I do like to run my mouth, so.
I would think you two would be great on a podcast together.
That would be so messy.
That'd be so messy. We'd be cancelled immediately.
Honestly.
Are you guys on tour already?
We're not on tour. We're actually going on tour in November. We're really excited, celebrating 15 years of the Overtones, which is buzzing, our usual Christmas party, which is cool. But we've had shows throughout the summer, and at those shows, Mike's been really busy working both on the Overtones and this. So he's been working really, really hard, and that's why we're super proud and can't wait to see tonight.
We had a gig the other week. We had a show the other week. It was a proms, wasn't it? Yeah. And we all met up, and like it normally is, we're chatting and we're having a good time. But I was just like on my phone, just like calls and emails, and I think the boys felt a little bit.
No, we're used to that. We're used to.
What's it like preparing for a tour? What's more fun, the rehearsal side? I would guess being on tour would be more fun, but is rehearsals quite fun as well, doing that?
I mean, you can imagine sort of four people with ideas, like trying to get a set list together can be, a little bit of a challenge, let's say. But we're lucky because we've got like Jay says, 15 years of music to choose from. So we're lucky that we've got that choice really to put together like an amazing show.
We're an absolute nightmare. We're like teenagers. We have 5 coffee breaks. We all use our phones. We're like naughty school kids. But our choreographer is so used to us now. At first, he used to get concerned because we get to the last day and we just be all over the place still. But when it comes to first night, we always. We pull it out of the bag, yeah.
So obviously 15 years of the Overtones. What's been the highlight of these years?
Oh, there's so many highlights. I mean, we'd all say probably a dozen each, and they'd all be different. I guess performing at the Buckingham Palace for the Queen's Jubilee was a pinch yourself moment. One of the first major things we did. 250,000 people down the mile, television, amazing stage. It was was incredible, and it was one of many kind of game changers in our career. So yeah, but like I say, I think the boys would all say something slightly different.
Yeah. World Cup, I probably think mine and Daz are probably the same. But being invited out to the World Cup in Qatar to perform in front of 80,000 people. In fact, we did the England-Senegal game and then got invited to go and do a few more games, which is a real privilege. And again, to perform in front of 80,000 people with a song that has done so well for us, really, was brilliant. And then, probably 2 hours later to be in McDonald's eating our Happy Meal, pinch yourself moment. But that's like...
I'm going to say the London Palladium.
Really?
So just round the corner. It feels quite apt for tonight in the West End. That was a highlight. Being a London boy, treading the balls of the London Palladium with family and friends there was very special.
I've got to say, it's a far cry from 15 years ago. We did our first gig down the road from here at a toilet.
It was a toilet, wasn't it? Yeah. It was an old toilet that they made into a small bar, and that was our first gig here. Yeah, amazing.
And if for anyone that wants to be a singer and go into this industry, what advice would you guys give them?
Don't do it.
Go and be a carpenter.
The truth is the music industry, the entertainment industry is absolutely brutal. You've got to have a lot of love for what you do. You've got to have a lot of resilience too, because there's so many knockbacks. And I think, the boys, the Overtones in general, are a testament to enjoying what we do. We love what we do, and I think that's why there's been so much success over the years, and hopefully continue to be, because we're 100% ourselves off stage and on stage. And we don't really suffer fools. We're ourselves at any given moment, and that's really important to us. So if you're going to get in the industry, be yourself, work hard. Knockbacks are a means to just grow and become bigger and better. And
it's a 1 week only show. So how intense has rehearsals been?
Rehearsals are always hard. Tap and Irish is really, really physical. It's one of the most physical dance styles. It's very it just makes you sweat. So it's been hard, it's been tough, but the excitement of the show makes it all worth it. Yeah.
And also when it comes to costumes, are we expecting many different costume changes? Well, what surprises could we expect in this week?
Yeah, there's not many costume changes, but there's some really cool choreography. And some. I think you're just gonna have to wait and see. You're gonna watch the show. Yeah.
What would you say is the highlights and the lowlights of a quick turnaround show? The challenges and the pros of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the highlights and the putting it together. We did do it really fast, but this show's been around for years, and it's had so much development and so much heart. And where it is now is just it's a gorgeous show. It's really exciting.
Obviously, The Apprentice. Got to ask you about that. What was it like on that?
The Apprentice is totally manipulated, and I'm sorry to say that. It is more of a entertainment TV show than anything else. There's so little business involved. Sad to say, but true. I think years ago it started off as business with a little bit of entertainment. Now it's all entertainment with a tiny bit of business.
For people that do go on that show, what advice would you give them, or that want to go on the show?
Don't expect The Apprentice to be real at all. Just have fun with it. You're going to be tripped up. It's not about showcasing your business acumen. Adam's there, oh my God. Keep on looking. But yeah, just enjoy the process if that is what you want to do. But don't expect to be recognized for your business acumen.
And then lastly, what else can we expect from you in the future?
Well, I have a beauty brand. That's why I went on The Apprentice. It's called Hollywood Browser Beauty, and we are flying. We are expanding all over the world. So taking over little by little and creating my empire. But then again, I've had some TV offers as well. So you might see me on your TV screens very soon.